Hi everyone, it's Nicole and today I'm bringing you a TBR video. So there are two readathons that I'm going to be participating in the month of August. The first one is the Nekkid Readathon that's hosted by the Black Prose Book Club. They have all the social media, so that will be linked in the description box below for you. And also the Dark Romance Readathon. It's hosted by a number of my friends at the Romance Booktubers community. Again, all of their social media links will be linked in the description box below for you. So I'm going to start with the Nekkid Readathon. It takes place August 8th through the 22nd. They have 4 prompts and a group book. So the group book is Stiff by Stephanie Nicole Norris. I recently read some books by Stephanie Nicole Norris when I did my Jacoby Diem reading vlog. I really enjoy her writing, so I'm excited to read more of her work. And if you're not sure what books to read for the Nekkid Readathon, the Black Prose Book Club on their Instagram has put together some graphics and they posted it where there's a number of different authors, books, tropes, genres that you can choose from to create your TBR to fit these prompts. The first prompt is to read a new to you Black romance author, and for that one I'm going to be reading Pursuit of the Truth by K.D. Richards. This is a Harlequin intrigue romance. I really enjoy the Harlequin intrigue line just because I really love romantic suspense, and my friend Bree over at Falling for Romance, she read this book as well and she really enjoyed it, so I'm very excited to read that one. The next prompt is to read a Black romance with a trope you wouldn't read otherwise. And for that one, I'm reading Catch Me by Alexandra Warren. This is a sports romance, and it's also a friends to lovers, which are probably my two least favorite tropes or least read from tropes. I am starting to like Friends to Lovers a little bit more. Thank you to Go Deep by Rosie Adams. If you haven't read that book, you need to. It's really good. It's epic. But this book has 2 tropes that I don't normally read from, so I felt this worked perfectly for this prompt. The next prompt is to read a Black romance that gets you hot and ready. And for that one, I'm reading 8 by Rosie Adams. Ashley over at Bookish Realm, she read this and said it was steamy, scorching hot on page. I can attest, I've read Rosie Adams, her previous work. I haven't read this book, but her other work I've read, Birthday Shot and Go Deep, and yes, she writes some steamy sex scenes, so I am ready for this one. And the last prompt is to read a Black romance with your favorite trope, and for that one I'm going to be reading The Culmination of Everything by Christina C. Jones, and this has a hate to love trope, which is my favorite. I love hate to love or enemies to lovers. I eat it up like candy, and I cannot wait to read more Christina C. Jones. She is amazing. Anything I read by Christina C. Jones is just, it's so good. So the next readathon is the Dark Romance Readathon. That is going on between August 13th through the 16th. I believe it's a Friday to Monday, so very short. And they don't have a bingo board or any kind of prompts. What they have is a scavenger hunt board, which they have taken inspiration from the Hoathon, which me and Wit and B and T, we all created, and we had a really fun time creating the scavenger hunt board, and I'm really excited that other people love it so much. So we're probably going to see it in future readathons. The scavenger hunt was really a lot of fun, and a lot of people have messaged me saying that the scavenger hunt was like their favorite part of the Hoathon, which I think that's really cool. So they have 2 graphics, and each one has a prompt where if you see that in the book that you're reading, you just mark it off. So I'm just going to go through the prompts that they have on their scavenger hunt boards. And the first one is I'll burn the world down. And this is kind of like where the main character has absolutely no interest in anyone but the love interest. So like that person can be a real jerk or mean or evil to other people, but they're just putty for the love interest, and they will literally kill anything, anyone for the love interest if they touch a hair on their head. The next prompt is all tied up, and that is of course any way that any of the main characters or love interests are restrained at all during sex. The next prompt is whose limb is this? And this is just for a polyamorous relationship or a sex scene with multiple partners. The next prompt is everything's more fun with danger, and that is just like if there's any kind of knife play, blood play, or gun play. The next prompt is let the bodies hit the wall, and that is, you know, if the love interest is like slamming the other one against the wall or door, if there's any kind of slamming going on during the sexual act. Or also they put a little caveat in here for choking as well, will work for this prompt. And the last prompt is that wasn't an enthusiastic yes, and that is just for the dubious consent. So since these are, you're looking for these items in books that you're reading, I do have a list of books that I'm interested in reading. I just kind of went through the hosts YouTube videos just to see if they have any dark romance recommendations, and just I kind of picked my TBR based on that. So the first book that I'm interested in reading is The Heir by Sophie Lark, and this is a recommendation from Naima Reads. I don't think this is in any of her dark romance recommendations. I did watch one, but I don't think it's in there. But the last Swoon Sisters book club, we were talking about Brutal Prince, and Naima hopped on to the live and we started talking about Sophie Lark, and she just loves The Heir. So I'm really excited to continue reading Sophie Lark because I really enjoyed Brutal Prince. So I am going to be reading that one. The next one is Her Soul to Take by Harley LaRue. And when I was watching one of Naima's videos for dark romance, she asked a question in the comments saying like, what is your favorite, or do you recommend a dark romance? And Tamika over at Library of Tomes, she commented this book, Her Soul to Take by Harley LaRue. This book was also recommended to me by Aveda Weiss when we had our Hoathon author chats. They absolutely love Harley LaRue. It's supposed to be very dark, very steamy. So many content warnings that are listed. Thank you so much when you list the content warnings. But I'm really excited to read this one. The next one is The Professional by Kresley Cole. I found this one off of Izzy's channel over at Happy for Now. Really enjoy Kresley Cole. I enjoy the Immortals After Dark series. That's more of a paranormal. This is like a mafia type romance. So I'm interested in diving into Kresley's other work. The next book that I'm reading is Warlord, a dark shifter romance, and I found this one on Heather's channel at Hia Booktubes. I'm all for wolf shifters. I love me some paranormal romance, so I'm really excited to read this one. And the last book I'm interested in reading for the Dark Romance Readathon is Only for a Night by Naima Simone. And this is probably like a lighter dark romance. I mean, it does have some mafia aspects in it, but just because it's a mafia book doesn't mean it's a dark romance, so we'll see when I read it. But I found this one on Ashley's channel over at Ashley Reads, and I really enjoy Naima Simone, so I definitely want to read more of her work. So that's it. Those are the readathons that I'm going to be participating in. Like I said, everybody that's hosting, their social media links are going to be in the description box below for you. Let me know in the comments if you're participating in anything in August and what books you're reading. If you liked my video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and comment below, and you can follow me on all the social media platforms. The links will be in the description box below. We'll see you next time, avid readers.